In today's show, Ethereum breaks out versus Bitcoin, but what's next for Ethereum after 100% gains in January? We'll be discussing this right here in today's show. Alex Saunders just tweeted, 2 years ago, Ethereum fell 90% in 9 months and hit $80. Most had written it off, yet here we are at new all-time high of $1,500. Its network effects are undeniable, and most agree it's blue chip. Love it. Also in today's episode, Max Keiser predicts looming Bitcoin supply crisis will hammer institutions, causing price to skyrocket in an instant. That's right, in the most recent episode of the Orange Pill podcast, Max goes on to share, pretty soon what I think is going to happen is that the Michael Saylor type or a corporate type or an institution will come in with an order to buy 10 billion to 20 billion worth of Bitcoin, and suddenly within a few trades they're going to be discovering there's no supply at all, and then suddenly the price will gap from 37 to 47 to $52,000. It could happen in 10 minutes because the market's kind of lulled people into a sense that there is a supply out there. Now for my favorite quote from this episode of the Orange Pill podcast, Max Keiser says, you can put 100 million into Bitcoin pretty easily, memorize the seed phrase, and go anywhere in the world on your yacht and tell Janet Yellen to go what? Herself, and there's not much she's going to be able to do about it. And Max also goes on to share that his short-term Bitcoin price target is 65K, and it's back in focus thanks to Michael Saylor. Here's a quote, "Oh, my Bitcoin, I lost it in a boating accident." Have you ever heard of that phrase? It's kind of a trope, but what it means at the end of the day, if you push me too far, I lost it. It's gone. Sorry. Tax that. I'm going to be breaking all this down for you in today's show. Also, the latest from Plan B, he tweeted, if history is any guidance and Bitcoin continues its current trajectory, Bitcoin could be $100,000 somewhere between April and September. We'll be discussing this here in today's show. And Raoul Pal tweeted, feels like Bitcoin is getting ready to climb the wall of FUD fear, positive seasonality, and a nice wedge. Give it a good chance to hit $50,000 by March. Let's see. I remain, as ever, irresponsibly long. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the major altcoins are back in the green. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. So be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right. And turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And before I kick off today's show, if interested in trading Ethereum or Bitcoin, be sure to check out the Bybit exchange. They have a special promo going on where you can receive up to a $620 free Bitcoin trading bonus deposited directly into your Bitcoin wallet by using my referral link in the voucher code below this video. In the description, you can also check out the full details. Go ahead and take advantage of this, and let's start stacking those sats, shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. We have a lot to cover, so let's dive right in. Ethereum is breaking out versus the king of all crypto. That's right, the price of Ether, the native crypto of the Ethereum blockchain network, achieved a new all-time high on January 25th. At the same time, technical analysis shows that the Ethereum/Bitcoin pair is breaking out of its multi-year downtrend, hitting the highest level since September of 2019, which should be great news for altcoins in general. As we all know, Ethereum is a great indicator. Once it breaks out, the rest of the altcoin market tends to follow. The higher highs come less than a week after Ethereum/USD finally broke its all-time high, surpassing $1,400 for the first time in 3 years. If you're bullish on Ethereum, let me know in the comments right down below. The sentiment around Ethereum has become significantly positive after Ether managed to break its previous record high set back in January of 2018. Anthony Sassano, a longtime Ethereum investor and the head of marketing at Set Protocol, said that the rally is representative of the groundwork accomplished by developers in the Ethereum ecosystem throughout the past 3 years. This shows Ethereum and Bitcoin side-by-side year-to-date performances. So as you can see, Ethereum is outperforming the king of all crypto. And throughout the 2019 bear cycle, Ethereum was hit the hardest among other large-cap cryptocurrencies. It consistently underperformed against Bitcoin, struggling to gain upside momentum. But the newfound momentum as a result of the rising demand for DeFi has allowed Ethereum to outperform Bitcoin in the recent bull cycle. Checking out this quote from Anthony Sassano on Twitter, this may be hard to believe, but the main reason I get so giddy about Ethereum going up in price is not the profits. It's the fact that so many dedicated Ethereum community members spent 3 long years building during a brutal bear market, and now their work is being rewarded. That's right. On-chain data also demonstrates a similar trend alongside numerous other indicators that suggest the Ethereum price rally may only be just beginning. For example, according to researchers at Santiment, the development activity on Ethereum followed a similar trajectory as the price of Ethereum. This trend shows that the ongoing Ethereum rally is led by strong fundamentals and high developer activity, which makes it more sustainable. The researcher shared the following on Twitter. This is coming from Santiment. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum have made respective runs of dominance over one another here in January. We've just noted that each project's GitHub development activity rate is fluctuating closely to the respective price of Bitcoin and Ethereum, as you can see right here on your screen. Now for the million-dollar question, what happens next? Following the rally, analysts say that the momentum of Ethereum and the Ethereum network's network effect shows that it's a blue chip asset in the crypto market. Alex Saunders, a cryptocurrency investor, said that most agree about Ethereum's qualities as a blue chip asset. He shared the following on crypto Twitter. 2 years ago, Ethereum fell 90% in 9 months and hit $80. Most had written it off, yet here we are at a new all-time high, $1,500. Its network effects are undeniable, and most agree it's blue chip. Love it. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments right down below. Now, in the foreseeable future, there's two scenarios for Ethereum. The price of Ether could rally after the CME futures listing in February due to large institutional capital inflows. And on the other hand, Ethereum could also see a pullback after breaking its all-time high as the momentum of the Ethereum/Bitcoin pair cools down. For example, the pair pulled back on January 21st, shortly after Ethereum broke its all-time high in the USD pair. There is a case to be made that the Bitcoin dominance index begins to rebound after a 2-month-long altcoin season, which could lead Ethereum to see a consolidation phase in the short term. That's right. And before I break down our next story of the day, Max Keiser predicts looming Bitcoin supply crisis will hammer institutions, causing the Bitcoin price to skyrocket in an instant. And before I break this down, let's first take a quick look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, everything is in the green. Let's go crypto market, with Ethereum leading the charge up about 8%, trading above $1,425. We have Chainlink up about 4%, trading just below $25. We have the king of all crypto up 3.5%, trading at 33,550 plus. We have Polkadot in the green, XRP in the green, ADA, Miss Litecoin, and all the major cryptos currently in the green. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Wall Street veteran Max Keiser is forecasting a severe Bitcoin supply crisis on the horizon that will force institutions to buy Bitcoin at significantly higher levels in an instant. That's right. In the most recent episode of the Orange Pill podcast with Max Keiser and Stacey Herbert, Max says huge gap ups in price may be in store for Bitcoin as institutional investors scour markets for supply of the scarce asset. He's quoted sharing, "Over the last couple of years, we're transitioning from fake volume to real volume, and that's kind of like a churning through an overhead or a supply of volume to create the price discovery. Pretty soon, what I think is going to happen is that the Michael Saylor type or a corporate type or an institution will come in with an order to buy 10 billion to 20 billion worth of Bitcoin, and suddenly within a few trades they're going to be discovering there's no supply at all, and then suddenly the price will gap from 37 to 47 to $52,000. It could happen in 10 minutes because the market's kind of lulled people into a sense that there is a supply out there. It's churning through all that bullshit supply, and then once that's all gone, the institutions are going to be in for a rude awakening because they won't be able to source any coins at any price until it gets a lot higher. So I think the next break is going to be a gap. It should suddenly gap higher, and then that'll be a big story." Kaiser also sees a future where Bitcoin is widely adopted to escape the questionable monetary policies of central banks. He shares the following: "As central banks continue to erode and the problem continues to get worse, and there's no new solutions or thinking, just to continue doing the same broken thing, you're going to see Bitcoin gallop higher, which isn't going to attract more capital, and you're just going to have this bifurcated global economy. There's going to be a Bitcoin economy and a Bitcoin world and a Bitcoin life and people living the Bitcoin life, and there will be everybody else." Touche. And before I break down my favorite quote from this particular episode, as well as this tweet storm from Max Keiser from last night and this morning, as well as the latest from Michael Saylor and Plan B of the stock to flow model, as well as Raul Pal, macro investor. First, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at 985 billion with 132 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and current Bitcoin dominance still on the decline at 62.7%. And checking out the Bitcoin market cap, we're sitting strong strong at $618 billion. Now for the top gainers within the top 100, we have Elron up 23%, trading at $46.87. Horizon up 20%, trading at $34. Uniswap up 17%, trading at $12.18. Icon up 14%, trading at 89 cents. And Bancor up 11%, trading at $2.06. Now for the biggest losers within the top 100, we have QTUM down 6%, trading at $3.53. Decentraland down 6%, trading at 16.7 cents. Reserve Rights down 5%, trading at 3.9 cents. And Solana down 5%, trading at $3.58. Now out of this list of the biggest gainers and losers, which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on right now? Drop me a comment right down below. Now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 74 in greed. Yesterday was a 70, last week a 79, and last month a 93 in extreme greed. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, now for my favorite quote from the most recent episode of the Orange Pill podcast. I quoted Max Keiser on crypto Twitter right here. You can put $100 million into Bitcoin pretty easily, memorize the seed phrase, and go anywhere in the world on your yacht and tell Janet Yellen to go what herself, and there's not much she's going to be able to do about it. That, my friend, is a fact. He also tweeted, Bitcoin is a complete break from everything that came before it. Once you start comparing it to something, you'll miss it. Not unsurprisingly, those without orthodoxy or bias are the first to grasp it. Those prone to dogma and can't will be the last. And he also tweeted here, the mind processes invisible info from senses to create thoughts we act on as real. Bitcoin processes invisible info from the market to create prices we act on as real. Not seeing or touching how your mind processes the invisible doesn't stop you from acting. Same for Bitcoin. That's right. And he also tweeted, for decades, central banks thought nobody noticed their BS. They ignored the Bitcoiners, making the case for an unconfiscatable gold substitute as an alternative. Then Michael Saylor did the math. The upside, popping the global central bank cartel. What Bitcoin pin is infinity. Buy. That's right. And he also shared, Michael Saylor did the math. Global central banks are incredibly vulnerable to a speculative attack using Bitcoin. With rates near zero, borrowing and buying Bitcoin is a one-way bet with infinite returns. Complete debasement of all fiat incoming. It's Soros' 93 takedown of the Bank of England times infinity. Touche. And he continues, the market is beginning to understand gold's materiality to be one of the biggest drawbacks. The conversation will soon go from, but gold is physical, meaning thumbs up, to, but gold is physical, meaning thumbs down. And he continues, dear Paul Krugman, if debt can be ignored because it's just money we owe ourselves, why pay taxes? On top of the many trillions already printed last year, adding another 3 trillion, equivalent to last year's IRS take, is trivial and, according to you, inconsequential. The Bitcoin feeding frenzy Michael Saylor unleashed this weekend with his go what yourself, creed to care, is putting my short-term $65,000 Bitcoin target into focus. Infinity, demand meets supply shock. Do the math. And before I break down the latest from Michael Saylor and I play this epic clip you're not going to want to miss, as well as the latest from Plan B, the creator of the stock to flow model, who says Bitcoin could be $100,000 somewhere between April and September, as well as the latest analysis from macro investor Raoul Pal. First, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 670 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also be sure to smash that subscribe button right below this video to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. You can also find me on Spotify, as well as iTunes and all the major podcasting platforms. You can also follow me on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is Crypto News. Yes. And for those of you active on Facebook, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy. To join it, click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat, which is uncensored. To join it, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now for this epic 1-minute clip from MicroStrategies, Michael Saylor. Check it out.
Give me an example of something you can own $100 million of, where you can take personal custody of it and where you can actually move it anywhere on earth, and where even if I hold a gun to your head, I can't take it from you. And the only thing we've ever figured out that you can do that with is Bitcoin. And so Bitcoin is like, it keeps everybody honest. The optionality to do this means that all you got to do is find one bank in Singapore that'll treat you better than the bank in New York or London or Tokyo. And then you can move it in a half an hour for $5. And what happens next? The bank in New York thinks, well, I guess we can't screw these guys over because they'll just move it to Singapore. And the guys in California say, well, I can't just tax all the Bitcoin in California. It'll move to Wyoming. It'll move to Singapore. It'll move to Malta. And at the end of the day, you can tell everybody to go
what
themselves. You can put it in your head, memorize the freaking key, right? And it's here. And then, the classic Bitcoiner response is, oh, yeah, my Bitcoin, I lost it in a boating accident. You ever heard that phrase? It's kind of a trope, but what it means is at the end of the day, if you push me too far, I lost it. It's gone. Sorry.
That's it. You're right.
Tax that.
So there you have it, coming directly from Michael Saylor. Now checking out the latest from Plan B. He recently tweeted, if history is any guidance and Bitcoin continues its current trajectory, Bitcoin could be $100,000 somewhere between April and September. That's not too far away. Let me know if you'd be pretty stoked to see a $100,000 Bitcoin price between April and September. I also feel this is likely to happen, but I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And if you're not familiar with the stock to flow or stock to flow X model, it does predict a medium average between $100,000 and $288,000 Bitcoin price between now and 2024. Now checking out the latest from macro investor Raul Powell. He tweeted, feels like Bitcoin is getting ready to climb the wall of FUD fear, positive seasonality and a nice wedge. Give it a good chance to hit 50,000 by March. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this prediction of a $50,000 Bitcoin price by March. Let's see. I remain as ever irresponsibly long. So there you have it. Now for a quick recap, what do I cover with you right here in today's show? Ethereum breaks out versus Bitcoin, but what's next for Ethereum after 100% gains in January? I broke this down for you in today's show. And as Alex Saunders points out, 2 years ago, Ethereum fell 90% in 9 months and hit $80. Most had written it off. Yet here we are at a new all-time high, $1,500. Its network effects are undeniable, and most agree it's blue chip. Love it. Also in today's show, I shared that Max Keiser predicts looming Bitcoin supply crisis, which will hammer institutions, causing the price to skyrocket in an instant. As he's quoted sharing right here, the price gap will go from $37,000 to $47,000 to $52,000. It could happen literally in 10 minutes. I also shared my favorite quote from this episode of the Orange Pill podcast. You can put 100 million into Bitcoin pretty easily, memorize the seed phrase, and go anywhere in the world on your yacht and tell Janet Yellen to go what herself, and there's not much she's going to be able to do about it. That, my friend, is a fact. Also in today's show, I shared this latest epic click from MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor, which I hope you enjoyed. Also in today's show, I shared the latest from Plan B, who says Bitcoin could be $100,000 somewhere between April and September. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. And Raul Powell tweeted, feels like Bitcoin's getting ready to climb the wall of FUD fear, positive seasonality and a nice wedge. Give it a good chance to hit $50,000 by March. Let's see. I remain as ever irresponsibly long. Let's go BTC. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go from here? Let me know in the comments right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button, that's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And real quick before I go, if interested in trading Ethereum or Bitcoin, be sure to check out the Bybit exchange. There's a promo going on where you can receive up to a $620 free Bitcoin trading bonus deposited directly into your BTC wallet. To take advantage of this, be sure to check out my referral link as well as the voucher code right below this video, along with all the details in the description. And let's start stacking those sats. And I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.